here on the Greenway, just heading back from Medford to Ashland, and this. So, free bike, buy the trash.
It's even got a free sign on it. So how cool is that?
I'm tempted to turn this into an interesting project.
So I did consider this, but I'll tell you why it ended up being a no for me. This bike wouldn't be for me, but for either make money off it for flipping it, or maybe for a donation, perhaps. Let's focus on the cash part. So what are the rules I'm going to apply if I'm thinking about making money off a bike I'm going to flip? So start with a bike that someone's going to want. So usually a big name like Specialized, Trek, something that's recognizable and popular. So right off the bat, this bike fails. It's a Trail Blaster, a Shogun Sport. It's a Walmart special. So not a lot of value starting off. So I've established I'm not doing this project out of love. So how much time and money is this going to take to get it where it needs to be, where I can sell it? And after my work is done, what would be a realistic selling price for a bike like this in my area? I guess this one, probably about 60 bucks, give or take. So let's get into it. What am I looking at? So we talked about the brand and how's the paint? So paint looks okay. It's decent. Next thing, the components. So shifters, derailleur, and cranks. So not really assessing condition at this moment, but like what's on here. And like we said, it's a Walmart bike. It's a cheap Walmart bike. It's bottom of the line stuff. So there is nothing great on here. The derailleur does say Shimano on it, but don't let that fool you. It is not a high quality derailleur at all. Often these bikes will come stamped on the frame Shimano equipped, but again, don't let that fool you. This derailleur is one step below tourney. Tourney would be the lowest level of mountain bike derailleur that Shimano makes. The crank also not special, probably just cast, no markings on there. And the grip shifters, they're okay, but they're certainly not a desirable component. A couple of positives that I want to acknowledge. So the seat, not bad, good shape, no tears or rips that I can see. And the tires seem to be in pretty good shape. So they are holding air, somebody must have pumped them up, and the tread looks decent. Another positive for this bike that I always check is how's the headset. So I'm wiggling this back and forth, and I'm bouncing up and down with my hand on it, and it feels okay. Feels pretty tight, doesn't feel like it's broken or damaged. And another positive, so I'm checking the bottom bracket. I'm wiggling it back and forth for play. I'm looking to see if there's some damage there. Does it move freely? So in this case, yeah, that's also looking pretty good. Finally, the last component that I want to look at, the major one, would be this rear hub. So does it turn freely? Is it jammed up? Can I move the wheel? So in this case, yeah, it actually turns okay. As long as we're talking negatives, let's talk that upper arrow. There's some rust coming out of the frame there, not good. That second arrow points out the broken spoke protector, aka dork disc, and that last arrow pointing to the very crispy, rusty chain, probably going to need to be replaced. Moving on into the middle of the bike, we see broken pedal, got to replace that. And then we've got this bash guard that looks terrible. We could probably just pull that off. I wouldn't bother replacing it, but again, it's something else that's going to need attention. I didn't spend a lot of time on the brakes, but I did pull the levers and they kind of stuck. So the pads looked all right. Probably the cables and the levers themselves are going to take some time. And that brings me back up to the front of the bike. So clearly this grip and the other one too needs to be replaced. And then there are the cables themselves. So I checked out the housing and that was not looking good. So we're talking now full cable replacement, housing and cables. And the way this was stored, you can see these cables are wrapped around in a very odd way. I think the wheel just got spun around, so I unspun it, but still, when I was doing that, it just looked bad. And then of course this noodle is rusted and it's been tweaked. Probably we can fix that, but just more to do. By the way, if you're wondering what that is on the handlebars, it's just a weird handlebar stem mounted drink holder. Just kind of weird, easy to pull off. It's been kind of tweaked over to the side. So back to the big picture of this big box bike that is, hey, free. So much to do, so much time and money to spend, and just not seeing that it's worth it. So if this came into the shop, or if Mike and I were at the boneyard, we were like going through the bikes as we do sometimes, we'd probably just pick the wheels and tires and seat and then let the rest go into the bin, which is probably where this one's going to end up, sad to say. So my impulse when I saw this bike and the free sign stuck in the wheel here, for sure, my first thought was, hey, cool, free bike. But I think that experience got the better of me, and I slowed down, and I was like, yeah, let's take a quick but careful look at this. And I think it's pretty clear by now what the answer is on this guy.